Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here up in Weekapaug Inn in Westerly, Rhode Island, and we're here visiting parts of the Ocean House collection. And I'm here with actually a gentleman that we've interviewed before at another property, Dan Abershoff, who is the general manager of the Weekapaug Inn. I think you've been there for like a year now, right?
Little under a year.
A little
yes.
under a year.
Right.
Well, we're going to talk to Daniel about this. And it's a wonderful inn and a wonderful option for your clients. And you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Daniel, first of all, tell us about this property, the Weekapaug Inn, and, when was it built? And then we'll talk about the renovations and maybe some of the stuff that you're doing in terms of sustainable. But first of all, when was this originally built?
Well, the original inn was built in the late 1800s, and it actually sat out on the actual beach.
That's right. I know this story because they moved it, right?
Right. Well, the hurricane of 1938.
The hurricane moved it. Now it's coming back to me because I've been here before. So the hurricane of that era moved it in, and now you're here, right?
Well, the owners then decided when they rebuilt, they moved it to this current location back in 1939.
Okay,
so it's been in its present location since 1939. It's on the National Register of Historic Landmarks for the architecture and guests that have stayed here in the past. And in 2008 or 9, the current owners bought the property, restored it to its current form, and opened in 2012. So this month marks the 10th anniversary of the restoration of the inn.
That's great. And so, and you've been here since when?
I've been here since April of this year.
Wow. So incredible story. Now, talk a little bit about the sustainability. You sort of injected this in to make this a really sustainable property, right?
Certainly. So what we do here at the inn in all departments with housekeeping, energy, and also the culinary. So speaking of culinary, we compost all of our food waste. So we're at 90% composting for all of our food products from the kitchen. And that really is the lead of our chef, Andrew Brooks, who has the whole property bought into recycling and also
no food waste.
No food waste.
That's a great program. Now, let's go back to where exactly we are now. Where are we in Rhode Island?
So we're on the southwestern corner of Rhode Island. This is the Weekapaug Pond. So the pond is salt water, and then there's a barrier island, and then there's the ocean. So we're 2 miles from Connecticut. If that gives you any indication of how.
No, really. You get across 95, across the Connecticut-Rhode Island line, and you are here. It's only you kind of tool around and finally get here. Now, let's talk a little bit about your accommodations, because this is a real classic inn. How many rooms do you have?
So we have a total of 34 rooms. So we have 27 rooms and 6 suites, and then we also have a guest house so we can rent to families that is off property.
Yeah, and you're building a lot of stuff. In fact, the place that we're here now is a fairly new place. It's a meeting facility now that you put in fairly recently, right?
Certainly. This is called the Meeting House, and it's used for our meetings and events and receptions. It accommodates a little under 100 guests. The beauty of this building is that it's all the windows completely open, and are pocket windows that fold into the walls. So in a post-COVID meeting world, you can still have fresh airflow and
which is all important, right?
And go out. So it was built during COVID, so it has all the attributes that make it great for a meeting space.
Now let's talk about the variety of accommodations. I think I'm in the main house, but you've got some outer buildings that also have accommodations too. You have different suites and things like that. Talk about the categories you have here.
Certainly. So we have individual rooms, suites, and then we have 2 carriage house suites. So the individual rooms, we have 27 of those. We have 4 luxury suites that are 2-bedroom. We actually have 3 studio suites we call the Fenway Suites, and then we have our brand new carriage house suites, which are 1-bedroom accommodations, full kitchens, private terraces with soaking tubs on the terraces. Wow. So they're quite nice.
Not too bad at all. Now, of course, we come here and it's an inn. got to have great food, right? So what are your dining options here?
Certainly. This time of year, we have our main dining room under the direction of Andrew Brooks, serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's in the evening, it's a menu. He also does a chef tasting menu each evening, so you could opt for that option if you like. During the summer season, we actually have a little bit more offering. We have a deck menu, which is open for lunch and dinner, which is casual, a la carte, open air on the deck of the inn. And then we have our bathhouse, which is down at the beach, which serves breakfast items and lunch, fresh pizzas, salads.
Sounds good. I come back here in the summer too. But we're going to have a chance tonight to dine here. So it's a great option. And your sister property, the classic Ocean House, is just about 10-minute drive away, right?
Certainly. So our guests here, we have reciprocity with the our guests can go to Ocean House and dine there and charge to their room here. We offer complimentary shuttle service between the properties. Our guests can can book a spa treatment at the Ocean and Harvest Spa. So it's a lot of reciprocity between the two properties.
No, great. You got a lot of different options because I know they have even more options. I was actually surprised they have added restaurants there too. So since the last time I was here, now, how was business this summer after you arrived? I mean, how has it gone?
Business this summer was very robust. I think we had our best summer in a while. I mean, it keeps on getting better. Our mix this summer was all leisure. We made an effort not to take any group business or wedding business in the summer, so we were completely leisure this summer.
Even though you have a wonderful venue for a wedding, that's for sure.
Right. So we put them off to the shoulder season. So this facility will be used May and June. And then we've had a wedding every weekend since after Labor Day.
Really? Now, what is normally your mix of business, would you say? Leisure versus business versus wedding?
I would say it's 70-30.
70% leisure.
Yeah. And that's building with the addition of this meeting house. We only had a small meeting room to begin with. So now that we can accommodate larger meetings, we can
obviously this facility here is a good example of what you can do. I mean, you could actually have a wedding here. I mean, it's big enough.
Right. It's beautiful, and then it can spill out onto the event lawn too.
Now, who is the Weekapaug Inn client versus, let's say, the Ocean House client?
That's a great question. Our properties complement each other, so our guests are a little bit more. They like the nature aspect of the Weekapaug Inn and what we're doing here. They're out on the water more, kayaking, paddleboarding, doing our boat excursions. Still expect the same high level of service, still expect fine cuisine. It's just it's a bit more laid back here.
Well, here, if you want the beach, you can go to the Ocean House and go down to the beach. Here, you got the pond, as you said, and people can really, go around here in kayaks, and it's a lot of fun. Now, what's your background? I mean, we've met before because we did meet way back out in Colorado, but what is your experience in this business right now?
Well, certainly. So I've, as you know, I've managed a ranch out in Colorado. Prior to that, I managed a relay property in Pennsylvania called Glendorn. Okay. So I'm very familiar with the standards and the brand.
And this is a relay and chateau property.
This is a relay and chateau property, and it's also a Forbes 5-star property.
Wow! So you have the experience here going for you. And what attracted you to this property?
Oh, I think the reputation of the property, also the new leadership that's provided with Ocean House was a draw for me. Mm-hmm. I met the owners who shared my values with the sustainability and preserving the pond and the environment. So it was the right alignment.
Right. And now, what is your vision for the property? You just arrived here in April. You already got a lot of stuff going on, but what do you see for the future?
I think continue to build on the traditions that have been established here, and again, I have a great team, and this year we actually put in a new chef's garden that Andrew goes out and gets the vegetables each day for the garden. So, increasing local, using local purveyors, and again, I share I'm here to execute the vision of the owners, and they. Just want it to be part of the community, want guests to enjoy it, come in, have a great meal, partake in the activities, enjoy nature.
Well, enjoy nature, and also it's really laid back. I got to tell you, it's a very quiet property. Not to say Ocean House isn't, because it's pretty quiet on the beach, but this is a different atmosphere totally, and equally great. But now, is there anything else you want to say? We go out to about 108,000 travel advisors in the U.S. Anything else you want to say to them?
Sure. One thing, we do have our own beach. So
Well, you do have our own beach. So you can. It will take you to. How far away is it?
It's a 2-minute walk, or we have an electric gym car that will take us back and forth. So we have our own beach that has beach chairs, towels, service, and then guests will use the bathhouse. So we do have that.
Okay.
We also have the beautiful outdoor swimming pool. So it's
I forgot about that. You do have a swimming pool, which is pretty
we
amazing.
have a 25-meter outdoor swimming pool. So that's amazing. And then we also do all the activities with our naturalists, who you'll meet Teddy, I think, tomorrow.
I actually think I've met Teddy before. He gave me a great tour last time, 2 years ago. I think he was there back then. It really is. It's all the nature of this area and understanding it, and it was really a wonderful tour.
Certainly, right. And then one other thing, we have a dedicated individual in our destination services that handles all the travel agent inquiries that really just add that sense of higher touch to the travel advisors' clients.
Yeah, so if you screw up like I just did and said they didn't have a beach, they'll tell you they have a beach. So they do have a beach, they have a pool, and I've actually never been to the beach. Someday, the Ocean House, you just walk downstairs and there's the water. Here, you just go a few minutes and a couple minutes and you're there, right?
Our beach is quite beautiful. It's all natural. It's still in the natural state, so you'll have the dunes, you'll have the birds, you'll have it's winds, the breeze. So it's quite lovely.
I get it. And where can travel advisors go to get more information on the property?
Go to our website, which is weekapaugin.com.
Fantastic. Well, Daniel, great to see you again. Last time we were in the mountains of Colorado, a little different here. We're now overlooking a beautiful pond and not too far from the beach here in beautiful Rhode Island, in westerly Rhode Island, and Weekapaug Inn. Again, another great option for your clients if they really want to get that great New England coastal experience. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.